Today we're going to focus on tax tips to getting yourself organized this tax season. And now is the time. Why should I have a My CRA account, and how does that benefit me?
So My CRA account is where you can access all of your tax information on the CRA website. So for example, any information about your T-slips, any RSP amounts, or if you had unused amounts from before, like any tuition credits, for example, or if you had some losses, all that information can be accessed through My CRA account.
And does it automatically get the information for you, or do you have to upload everything yourself?
Nope. So for example, your T4 or even some of your investments on the T5s or your RSP contributions, all those information is mandated by the CRA for your company or the bank to send it in for CRA. So you don't need to upload anything.
Oh, that's great. And I heard also like student slips as well?
That's correct. So your tuition slip, they will also have access to that. And that's also the reason why your unused tuition amount based on your return will be posted there as well.
That's awesome. So that saves me a lot of time. What forms and receipts should I consider gathering in order to prepare my taxes?
That's a very good question. So if you had my account from CRA, then you actually have access to the autofill functionality in TurboTax. So if you have that, then you can actually just download everything into TurboTax and you don't need to type all those slips in. So in case you're moving and you suddenly lost some of your papers, you still have that functionality to get access to all those information. Other stuff that they don't have though is, for example, your medical receipts, or if you did move that year, then your moving expenses. So you would need to gather those to get access to those deductions.
What is new for this tax season?
In 2016, UCCB ended at the end of June. So the new amounts is called the Canada Child Tax Benefit. So the Canada Child Tax Benefit is actually non-taxable, meaning you don't need to report it on your tax return. So that's something new. Another one is the government is also phasing out the fitness credit, the children's fitness credit. So that means it's going to be the second last year, I guess, in 2016 that you can claim those amounts.
So we were going through the top 3 tips, right? Mm-hmm. So My CRA account, medical expenses, and what's your third tip?
I would say a lot of people are scared about doing their taxes, and there's really nothing to be scared about. And one of the big things is just to know ahead of time what to expect. And the best way to do that is actually to go into TurboTax and see what it's like and what type of questions, and then that may actually kind of give you hints as to what information that you need to keep in mind when you're going about your year. So for example, especially if you're self-employed, you don't necessarily know what is deductible or not. So it is great to actually just go into TurboTax and use that and see what kind of questions are we asking, and so what are the information that I need to gather, or what kind of expenses receipts I need to keep because I know that's deductible.
Why would you advise students to try to do it for themselves instead of having their parents do their taxes for them?
So yeah, I know a lot of students rely on their parents to do their taxes, but eventually, honestly, you just need to do the transition, right? You're gonna have to move out. You're gonna have to You're gonna have to be independent. Yeah. So and one of the things that people are, it's really a fear, like, oh no, I don't know how to do it because I've never done it. But until they try it out, they won't realize how easy it is. So I would suggest to all students, even just go into the product, even if you know that you're not going to do it yourself this year, just go into it and try it out, and you'll know how easy it is. Especially like everybody who's grew up with technology, like software now are really easy to use, and that's what we try here, to make it easy to use. And if you have any questions, we're here to answer your questions.
So will they have help in customer care through the product as well?
Yes, of course. If they have any questions, we're here. Answer Exchange is here. If they don't want to talk to a person, they can send the question online, and we'll have somebody else answer them because a lot of students, of course, they're middle of the night studying. If they have a tax question at that time, go on Answer Exchange.
That's great. Thanks, Becky. Those are all great tips.